Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with out of favor veteran defender Gerard Pique, as it has been reported that Atletico Madrid are plotting a January move for the defender. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Antoine Griezmann, it has been reported that Atletico Madrid had financial condition for Antoine Griezmann that could help complete transfer. We are also going to be discussing about that. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Atletico Madrid are interested in signing out of favor Barcelona defender Gerard Pique in the January transfer window, as relayed by Sport. The 35-year-old has fallen completely out of favor at Barcelona this season under Xavi Hernandez and is currently the fifth choice centre-back that we have at the club behind Ronald Araujo, Jules Koundé, Eric Garcia and Andres Christensen. There have been suggestions that things are not okay between Pique and our manager Xavi, and Atletico Madrid want to capitalize on the situation by swooping in for the Barca captain in the January transfer window. The report states that Los Rojiblancos manager Diego Simeone is unhappy with the performances of his centre halves Felipe, Mario Hermoso and Stefan Savic, while Jose Maria Gimenez injury issues make him a liability. So he wants someone experienced to arrive in January and help stabilize the defense. And Pique is being seen as a target by Diego Simeone's side. It is claimed that the Barca veteran can come in and play the role that Diego Godin used to do at the Metropolitano in the past. At the same time, Atletico Madrid also see it, as a move to drive down the asking price for Antoine Griezmann. They are reluctant to pay that €40 million fee to sign the Frenchman permanently and believe that they could shoot two birds with one stone by signing Gerard Pique, as it will help reinforce the defense and potentially use the deal to decrease the fee for Antoine Griezmann. Pique has played just 2 games so far this season, amounting to only 135 minutes of action on the pitch. Recent injuries to Ronald Araujo and Koundé could then open up opportunities for him ahead of a busy schedule. However, with Atletico Madrid now throwing their hat in the ring over a possible move for Pique, it will certainly be interesting to see how Barcelona deal with the situation, especially considering the massive amount of deferred salary payment owed to the veteran defender. This comes as a shock, to be honest. I've never ever imagined any link with Pique and Atletico Madrid. But when we see the current situation that Pique faces at the club, it's no surprise, right? And so it won't even be a big surprise to me if he leaves or going to Atletico Madrid. Pique has endured a lot, to be honest, and he knows very well that he's not part of Xavi's first team plans anymore, just being a make weight or just an out of favor already. But I think Pique will have more game time the upcoming month, where we have a lot of games to play in the month of October. And also considering that Araujo will be out for 3 to 4 months, and also Koundé have some slight injuries, which will be about 2 to 3 weeks. So I think definitely we will see Pique more than he should have played, because those 2 defenders will not be available all this time around. So I think Xavi will fancy using Pique for some games. Christensen is still is available. Garcia, I think just 3 of them are left, and I think Pique definitely will have more minutes than he used to have in the past months. So let's see actually if Atletico Madrid will succeed in the pursuit of Gerard Pique, and nothing has been said if Pique is open for that move or not. The report just states that Atletico Madrid want him in the January transfer window. But let's not forget that Barca have been saying that they want to, keep Pique to at least end of the season. They'll discuss how far his future will look like only at the end of this season. But now that Atletico are coming with the January transfer window, I don't know if Barca will be open to the idea. But let's see, maybe Xavi can still say, okay, if you want to leave or you think you want to get more playing time, you can go to Atletico. It's still a possible scenario. So let's see what happens in Gerard Pique when it comes to his future at the Camp Nou. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, a recent report from Marca has offered a detailed update on the situation revolving around Antoine Griezmann. The Frenchman recently started in the Madrid derby, even emerging as one of the top performers there. However, he's expected to return to the bench against Sevilla as Atleti shift back to their policy of avoiding minutes for the attacker. In the midst of all this, Los Colchoneros are actively in negotiations with Barcelona in an attempt to lower the price of the player's release clause. Atleti are obliged to pay 40 million euros for Griezmann at the end of the season if the forward plays 45 minutes of the 50% of the matches he is available for. But Atletico are not in a position to afford that release clause. As such, they are hoping to convince Barcelona to lower the cost to a figure of around 20 to 25 million euros. At the same time, the club from the capital are hoping to convince Antoine Griezmann to take up another salary cut. Atletico Madrid had compelled the forward to lower his salary from 16 million to 12 million per season when he initially rejoined the club last summer. The club are hoping to convince Griezmann to take up yet another salary cut down to 4 million euros that will help them afford the forward. A further salary cut could even see the attacker be content with a single-figure salary. Atletico Madrid are hoping to reach agreements regarding Griezmann, both with Barca and the player himself, as soon as possible, as Diego Simeone looks set to have the attacker available without any contractual binding. Griezmann, for his part, is unlikely to cause much of a fuss. The forward has his place in the French national team locked and would ideally want to continue playing for Atletico Madrid on a consistent basis. So with that in mind, it will not come as a surprise to see him agree to another salary cut in the coming weeks. Antoine Griezmann have had a very turbulent time at Atletico this season. We all see how Diego Simeone have been playing him for less than 30 minutes, less than 40 minutes for most games, except for the Madrid derby that passed before the international break. Of course, we all know because it was an important game, so he never wanted Antoine Griezmann to miss. And we have seen how Antoine Griezmann have been doing so well this season. He's trying to look now like the old Griezmann that usually plays for Atletico before coming to Barca, where he was a top player for Atletico, and that's what we are seeing again from Griezmann, being he's impactful in games. Diego Simeone is now falling in love more with him, so it's really great to see him improve. So what Barca want is they want budget 40 million because they believe that Atletico Madrid have already passed that condition, but Atletico are saying that no, that condition was for 2 seasons, not for 1 season, because Barca are saying that it's for 1 season, which was last season, of course. But last season, we quite remember he played very well. He played games. So if it was something that was just for 1 season, definitely Barca have the right to ask the money. But Atletico now are saying that it's for the 2 seasons. So there have always been this beefing in recent months with Atletico and Barca about the situation. So as it stands right now, they say Atletico Madrid are trying as much as they can to ensure that they don't pay up to 40 million. They are open to buying Griezmann permanently as it stands because Diego Simeone likes him a lot. But that 40 million for them, they deem it as too much. So let's see what action to take. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.